morning, everyone. I am just off screen, just quickly changing into the daily drop. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be right there with you guys. We are definitely going to have a quicker live today just because I feel like a lot of us are probably pretty shopped out after this past weekend. You guys went absolutely crazy for Black Friday and for Cyber Monday. Wow. Which I mean, I can't say anything because I also bought quite a few things from both LLB and also just like in general. So I feel ya. So I feel like of all of the weeks to have like a lighter live the week following Black Friday and Cyber Monday, probably a pretty decent choice if I do say so myself. There we go. All right. Good morning, hello. Good morning, hi Chelsea. All right. Let's see who else we got here. Good morning, Belinda. Hello. Okay. Give everyone a few more seconds. I'll get my live pulled up. Get everything I need on the iPad. Okay. Today is the 3rd. I've definitely, just because like today's obviously the second weekday we've had in December, and I work on a lot of documents where I have to enter like today's date for my job. I see a lot of reports and things like that, and I enter a lot of said reports and stuff onto online regulatory databases, and they all need to know like what date it is. And the number of times that I've typed in 11 instead of 12 just in the last like yesterday and then this morning pre-live alone is just like, it's too many. Clearly my brain does not understand that it is now December because it doesn't feel like it should already be December. Like we're what, 3 weeks away from Christmas, which is wild. But I really like Christmas. Like winter holiday time is one of my favorite times of the year, so I am not complaining. Good morning, Stephanie. Hello, hello. Okay, I think that is enough time to get everyone trickled in and to get started. So good morning, everyone. For those that do not know me, my name is Michelle. I am the 3X model here at Lavender and Lace Boutique. I typically wear a 3X top and bottom. I wear an 18 to 20W in Judy Blue jeans, typically an 18W lately, but there's still the odd style that I do prefer my previous 20 that I wore all the time. In terms of numerical sizing, I'm usually like a 20 to 22 in other brands, just depends on the garment and the sizing. And for height reference, I am 6'1". I am very tall, so I do talk about length and things like that as they apply to me being a very tall person when I can. Good morning, Stacy. Hello. Happy Tuesday to you too. Happy post shopocalypse weekend, as I sometimes call it. Yeah, it's luckily because I feel like a lot of us are probably shopped out after the weekend. We have a pretty chill live today. We don't have a ton of new pieces, and then I also have a selection of stuff that is still on the website left over from our Black Friday and Cyber Monday door crashers and hourly deals. Just to kind of like review and go over, and some fun, like we have a bunch of like stocking stuffer type launches coming up in the next couple of weeks, which are really fun. So I'm very excited to go through some of that as well. I bought that top during the Monday Live. Isn't it gorgeous? That is a great segue, actually, Stacey, to start talking about this top. So this is dropping today at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. This is the Veronica Floral Ribbed Top in Mocha. This one's going to be retailing for $49, and it's available in sizes small through 3X, with this one having a 1X large as opposed to an extra large. This one does fit really true to size, so we all took our usual sizes. So Christina's in the small, Carrie is in the medium, Melissa opted for the 1X in this one, and then of course I am in the 3X for this one. It is a poly spandex like rib knit blend. It's that same kind of like wobbly, wavy, ripply ribbed that we've seen kind of more. It was in the spring and then we didn't see quite as much of it in the summer, and now it's making a bit of a comeback for like fall winter, and it's really soft too. It's in this really gorgeous, it's described as mocha, but I feel like I would describe it as like a butterscotch because it does have kind of that really nice like orangish base to it, which I think is really pretty. And of course it is baby doll cut. And I like that it's not baby doll where it's just like straight across. It has a little bit of that curve where it comes up and then down the sides a little bit. I think that's just a little bit more flattering, and it makes the waist just look a little bit more nipped in. And then if we go around to the back, we can see it's a little bit more straight. It doesn't just, again, go like a straight line. It has a little bit of a curve downward, so it's a little bit more natural of a shape. And then it has this really dramatic side swoop, which I actually love. I love how high the little slit on the side goes, and then it might be kind of hard to, I guess no, you can actually see it pretty good. It's pretty long, but it's just maybe like a couple inches longer in the back than the front. It does go quite long in the front as well, and then the back is super, super long, which is awesome. Like it's even covering my butt, and again, I am tall, I am 6'1", so it's going to cover pretty much everyone's butt, which is great. It's going to look super cute with skinny jeans or leggings, anything like that. So just a really, really pretty like flouncy top. I also like how long the sleeves are. I, again, being 6'1", I have very long arms, so these are definitely nice long sleeves. But if you do want to hike them up your arms, there is enough elasticity to them that they don't feel like they're gonna like slip off and be like annoying that way either. So they're just like really good for sure. Oh, absolutely, Stacy. This is gonna look so, so cute with a pair of brown boots and like skinny jeans tucked in. Just adorable. I totally agree. All right, so again, that is the Veronica floral ribbed top in mocha. So it's gonna be retailing for $49, sizes small to 3X, and we all wear our typical sizes in this one. I'm gonna be right back. I just need to go blow my nose real quickly. 'Tis the season, but I'll be back in 2 shakes. Sorry, don't mind me.
That's okay.
Blowing my nose.
Saturday sneak peek, Sunday sneak peek.
I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but I'm getting some more sneak peeks to show off for you guys, and I'm very excited. One of them I'm like extra excited for, so we'll get to that towards the end. But Christine's just like bringing me all kinds of fun surprises. Like as I've been up here, she's just like, oh, and we can show off this, and we can show off this. It's fantastic. Okay, but before we get to that stuff, let's at least, you know, finish the day and the week that we already have. So next we will move on to these jeans. These are the Judy Blue high waist shark bite hem skinnies, aka the Jonathans. The only thing about the baby doll is this is not the best top in terms of showing off jeans. So let me see if I can try and like, and there's so much extra fabric that trying to like tie it up. Not a top I would typically, you know, style this way, but for showing off the jeans, we'll do what we can. There we go. So again, these are the Jonathans. They're going to be retailing for $96, and they're available in the full Judy size range, so 0 through 24W. These ones are, I'm just double checking the sizing. I'm pretty sure everyone kind of took, yeah, everybody took their typical Judy Blue size in these ones. So Christina's in the 3, Carrie opted for the 9, Melissa's in her usual 14, and I opted for the 18. This one is kind of like right on the fence, where I probably could have taken the 18 or the 20 in these ones. I did opt for the 18, but it's maybe just a tiny bit snug in the waist, but I still opted for the 18 because when I tried on the 20, I definitely had extra fabric here in like the hips and the upper thigh area. And I find with Judy's that they do tend to relax slightly over time. So I think as I wore them throughout the day, I think the waistband would stretch enough that it would be, it wouldn't give me a little bit of a pudge. It's not quite like a full-on muffin top right now. I mean, again, this is not a great shirt to see it, but there is a little bit of a puff here. Part of that is also just the natural shape of my waist, but But if I were to size up to the 20, the waist would definitely be kind of where I want it, but then there would be extra fabric here. And just knowing the way that Judy Blue skinnies tend to wear, I still opted to go for my usual 18. Don't mind my little skull pattern socks. That's just the socks I happen to wear today. And it's cold up here, so I don't really want to go barefoot. But yeah, so these, again, are the Shark Bite Hem Skinnies, aka the Jonathans. These ones have a little bit of physical distressing peppered throughout. We have lots of like pretty significant whiskering here on the front pocket area. There's a little bit of physical distressing on the front pockets here, and then if I turn around to the back, we can see that we've got some of that physical distressing on the back pockets as well. And then they are called the Shark Bite Hem because they do have this, I'm trying to like push down my sock so you can see it a little bit better, but they do have this like uneven kind of frayed hem where they're a little bit shorter in the front than in the back. These would be great to pair with a pair of ankle booties where the fraying can like kind of just show off the top of the boot. That's something that I like to style quite frequently. So there is definitely a pretty substantial amount of fraying and whatnot on the hem, and then that is kind of brought throughout the rest of the jean, again with these small amount of physical distressing on the front and back pockets for these ones. I don't have the length. I'm gonna guess they're on the longer side, I would say, especially considering they do have the Shark Bite hem. They're longer than I thought they would be. They're probably, I'm gonna guess, like a 29-ish inseam. They're not super long. Judy Skinnies, I do find for us long-legged folks, tend to not be the longest, but this pair, for being a frayed hem, is actually not too shabby. So again, these are the Judy Blue high-waist Shark Bite Hem Skinnies, aka the Jonathans. These ones are retailing for $96, and we'll have them in the full Judy size range of 0 through 24, and we all took our typical Judy size, and I did opt for the 18, but it was really in between. If your waist is your limiting size, and you're between sizes, you might want to consider going with your larger Judy size. Okay, and we've got 2 more tops and a vest, so let's do one of the other tops and the vest, I think. Okay. So before I quickly talk about what I'm wearing currently, I do want to just quickly mention we also have launching today the Viva V-neck tee in black. We've had this tee launch in a few different colors over the past couple of weeks. This is the one that is by the brand Mito Shop, and it only goes up to a 2X, but I find that the 1X and 2X, like the plus sizes from this brand, tend to fit quite generously, so that the 2X actually fits like what I would consider a true 3X in other brands. So the Viva V-neck, I'll see if I can like pull up the picture of me, because for whatever reason this one is missing from my rack, but like I'm even wearing it with the same jeans that I'm wearing currently. So it is just a really awesome basic black tee. It does have a pocket on the chest. It's got like a rolled detail on the sleeve, and they are a really nice length. So I'm not sure what happened to mine because it is not on my rack currently. But I did want to give a throw to the Viva V-neck tee in black. It's going to be launching today at 1 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And again, that one's going to be retailing for $44, and it's available in sizes small through 2X, true to size, but the plus sizes do seem to fit a little bit more generous. So Melissa takes the extra large because the 1X fits kind of more like a 2X, and then I take the 2X because it fits more like a 3X, whereas Carrie's in her usual medium and Christine's in her usual small. So I just wanted to throw that out there because for some reason it is not on my rack, but that is also launching today. So now we will talk about what I am wearing. So let's start with this gorgeous vest. Stunning, stunning, stunning. This is the Harlow vest in cinnamon. This one's going to be retailing for $149, and this one comes in a phenomenal size range. So this one's available in sizes small through 4X, and that includes both an extra large and a 1X. Like, this has an absolutely phenomenal size range. For sizing for this one, it's very true to size. If anything, the smaller sizes I find we found fit maybe a little bit on the small side, so you might want to size up, especially if you plan to layer it. So Christine wore the small or the medium if she wanted to zip it up all the way fully. Carrie opted for the large. Melissa wears the 1X, and then I am wearing the 3X. I suspect this might be more so if you have a larger chest, which I do not have a large chest, especially for someone who wears the 3X. I wear a 44C/46B, so definitely not a large cup for someone who is a 3X. But in the 3X I find, and maybe it's just a difference in the pattern cut for the plus size versus the straight size, but in the 3X I can zip it up absolutely no problem. I still have lots of room in the chest. I have a ton of room in the hips, so I do find that I have absolutely no need to size up for the vest. Even if I wanted to layer this over like a big bulky hoodie, like, I still have a ton of room. So based on that, I would say that for the straight sizes, you might want to consider sizing up, but it seems like the plus sizes still fit fairly true to size. And that being said, if you're not sure, or you know that you're going to be layering this over big bulky things, it does go all the way up to a 4X. So if I wanted to size up to give myself a bit more room, I absolutely have that option. I just find that the 3X fits me loosely enough that I don't need it, to be fully honest. The 3X is like, fits me like a dream. And I really like the way it fits, actually. I love the length on this one. On me, it's even past the butt. On other folks, it's probably even gonna hit more like mid-thigh. On me, it's like mid-upper thigh, but again, I am 6'1", I am super tall. But we haven't seen a lot of like long puffer vests, which is really nice. I think the only other one we've seen in plus that's been a long puffer vest is the olive green one that came out from Dex. So it's really fun to see another color and another style of puffer vest. I think this one's gonna be really popular. So again, this is the Harlow vest. I'll do another view from the back. This is the Harlow vest in cinnamon. This one's gonna be $149. And again, amazing size range for this one. Sizes small through 4X. And based on what I can see here, it seems like the straight sizes you might want to size up, especially if you plan to fully zip it, but the plus sizes seem to fit like true to size. Okay, and then finally, we'll have the top I'm wearing underneath. I'll go put the vest back up so that I can show this one off. Okay, so the final piece for the daily drop today, this is the Beautiful Day long sleeve ribbed top in Brown Daisy. This one's going to be retailing for $46, and this one comes in sizes small through 3X, and it is a 1X large instead of an extra large for that mid-size there. True to size for this one, everyone wears our typical size, so Christine in the small, Carrie the medium, Melissa wears the 1X, and then I myself am in the 3X. So this one is a rib knit, and unlike the baby doll top, which is like that big, wide, wavy rib, this is a very tight knit rib. This one, of course, is more, it's not like super fitted, but it does sit a little bit more fitted to the body. If you wanted to go for that like faux bodysuit kind of vibe, you could order this one in a size down, and because it's that rib knit, it will give you that really nice form-fitted look. But as is kind of like based on regular sizing, it's fitted, but it's not like form-fitting, if that makes sense. Like, it's not loose and flowy, but it's definitely There's still some wiggle room and some movement there. The sleeves are a fantastic length if you are tall like me on this one. Again, I have super long arms, and as you can see, I guess when I do this you can't see because my arms go out of frame, but if I do this you can see like it's covering up half my hand and just my fingers are poking out, which is always a plus for me. I love things that have long enough sleeves for me because that is not something I'm always blessed with. I'll get up close so we can see the really cute pattern. It does have these really cute daisies all over, and it's super, super fine. You have to get quite up close to see, but there's even like little green flower, like greenery on the flowers detailing on not all, but on most of the daisies. And then when you step far away, it kind of just looks like some kind of ditzy floral pattern or even like polka dots. But then when you get back up close, that's when you can like really see that really cute daisy pattern. There is a bit of a cuff sewn into the sleeve, and it is like a double layer around of fabric, so it's nice just to have a little bit more sturdiness, especially if you're the kind of person that kind of like pulls and fidgets with your sleeves. I am, so I like when it's a little bit more durable there, so that I'm not worried about wearing out the edges of my shirts or my sweaters. And then for the neckline, we have this really nice, it's like a crew neck, but maybe just a little bit wider and a little bit more rounded. And then if we flip to the back, we do have just kind of like your typical t-shirt back there. The length, I would say it's like a pretty standard length. It's not cropped, but it's not long either. It's not 100% just straight. There's maybe like this slightest little swoop here, and it's maybe like an inch or two longer in the back, but it's not dramatically longer in the back than it is the front for this one. So again, this is the Beautiful Day long sleeve ribbed top in brown daisy. This one's going to be retailing for $46, sizes small to 3X, and we all took our typical size for this one. Okay, so that is everything that is launching today at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then I have a fun little, we have Spa Life that's going to be launching tonight. So this is when I mentioned that we're kind of getting into our stocking stuffer kind of launches, which is really fun. So we have a lot of really fun products from Spa Life that are going to be launching. The favorite thing that I saw Christine bring up that I absolutely adore are these headbands. These are the Spa Life Bubble Skincare headbands. They come in a 2-pack. These ones are going to be retailing for $11. These have been so trendy. I've seen these all over like TikTok and Amazon and things like that. They are made of this cool like towel material. So I think that the idea for these is that you like put them on while your hair is still drying and you're applying your skincare and stuff, and it'll kind of help absorb some of that moisture around your hairline, and it'll keep your wet hair off of your face so that while you're doing your skincare, you're not getting your like hair products on your face and your face products in your hair and that kind of thing. And I love the colors. For me personally, I would be afraid to use the ivory one because I do dye my hair black. Shocker, I know. What do you mean I'm this pale and I'm not naturally black haired? I am actually a natural, like, it would probably look more brunette now. I was blonde as a kid, but now it's in that like, is it brown? Like, is it really, really dirty blonde? Is it brown kind of thing? So it would probably get stained because I do dye my hair black, but the teal one, or the mint one, I guess it's described as, that one would probably be safe. So super cute, and they are really fun and plushy as well, and they look adorable. So again, these are $11. They're going to be part of the launch tonight. We have a lot of other fun skincare things. I won't show everything because Christine will be going over these in her lunch and style at 12:30. She'll be going over them fully, but I just wanted to show some of the other fun things. So we have face masks that are all Christmas themed. This is one of those ones that you can see the picture on there where they're like the creepy, like full on, like also almost like Jason masks. We have lip masks. These gel lip masks are really fun. And we have some pimple patches. So just a whole variety of fun skincare. These would be fantastic for like if you're in like a girl's gift exchange, or if you're doing gift exchange or stocking stuffers with your girlfriend, or you're having like a girls' night during the Christmas holidays. Those would be really fun because you can buy some for everyone and you can all do like fun little like themed masks and stuff together. I just think that's a really cute idea. So again, that is the Spa Life launch that's going to be happening tonight at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for those. All right, let's see what we have for the rest of the week. What about Wednesday? Okay, I have a top, I think. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what is and isn't on my rack for this. Do I have this one? I think I have this one. Okay, I do have a long sleeve that is launching on Wednesday, so I'll go change into that one and be right back. Okay, so this top I'm trying on now, this one is 3 sizes. It comes small, medium, large, but it is definitely like an oversized fit. So we wanted to show off how it fits on me. So this is the Stay Home Essential Long Sleeve Top in Dark Plum. This one's gonna be retailing for $52. And again, like I said, it's in sizes small, medium, and large. But it definitely, if it has like a POL style fit, if that makes sense. So Christine and Carrie both wore the small, and then myself and Melissa are both wearing the large for this one. And this one is 100% cotton, so it is really nice and thick and feels really durable and also breathable. Hello, Caroline. Hello, good afternoon / good morning. Yeah, so this one is in this gorgeous, like, it's called Dark Plum. And it's even like a smoky, because when I think plum, I always, because I just think of the fruit and they're kind of like yellowy orangey inside, I always think that it's like a warmer purple. But this is definitely giving more like smoked, like cooler undertones to the purple. And it does fit on me like a pretty like typical long sleeve shirt. The sleeves are maybe a tiny bit short on me, but again, because I am like sizing down from a 3X to a large, that does make sense. It's a little bit more oversized looking on Melissa in the large, whereas for me, again, because I am like a sizing down a little bit more, it definitely kind of fits just kind of like a classic crew neck kind of long sleeve. I still have enough room in the shoulders and the arms. It gives a little bit of that, like when it's more on the oversized, it gives more of that loose kind of like bat wing effect, but on me, it kind of just looks like a typical t-shirt for me. And I'm obsessed with this really gorgeous color. I wear a lot of purple and a lot of black, and this would absolutely feel right at home in a more wardrobe. For this one, you can see really clearly on me, because it's not as oversized, that it's same length front and back. There's no like swooping on the side or anything like that. And it does have a really nice dropped shoulder on this one. So again, this is the Stay Home Essential Long Sleeve Top in Dark Plum. This one's gonna be retailing for $52, sizes small, medium, and large. It has POL kind of sizing. So Christine and Carrie both take the small, and myself and Melissa both take the large in this one. And then, do I have this one? I don't think I do, but I'm just gonna double check. I think this is my only piece for Wednesday, but I'm just double checking what this piece is. No, that's a Letty, that's different. Okay. Yeah, so that's everything that I have for Wednesday. And I don't believe we have a Dex launch in the evening either. It's just the daily drop tomorrow. Let's check Thursday. I do have the sweater for Thursday, and I have the jeans. So I have a full outfit to try on for Thursday, so that's perfect. I will put all that on and be right back. What size am I wearing in these ones? I didn't actually, okay, that's what I thought. I just had to double check. I was like, I can't remember if I wore the 18 or the 20 in these ones. They are the 18s. Okay, yeah, now that I'm putting these ones on, yeah. Definitely an 18 based on the stretch in the waist and hips in this one, and 20 would definitely be too big, so. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I am in a full outfit that is for Thursday. So let's just quickly start with the sweater. So this is the Letty sweater in black. These are from Tea Rose, so that's some of our other like the Olena sweaters and the of course I can't remember what they're called. Our sweaters that these have always come in like either just small, medium, and medium large, or small, medium, large, but they've always been pretty free size in terms of how many different size ranges they're able to accommodate. And so this one is just like that. So this is the Letty sweater in black. This one's gonna be retailing for $46, and it comes in sizes small, medium, and large. But again, these ones are a little bit more in the free size. So Christine wears the small, Carrie opted for the medium, Melissa wears the large, and then I myself am in the large. So it definitely gives a little bit of a different vibe on me than the other girls. It is a little bit more of like a relaxed slouchy sweater, whereas on me, sizing down into the large, it is a very fitted sweater, but it still looks really gorgeous. I love sweaters that have more fitted sleeves like this for layering under vests. I think it looks so pretty, and I find that I feel too bulky when I wear it, like exactly like, actually I'm gonna grab the vest to pull over it because I feel like they would go fantastically. Like when I wear a puffy vest like this, I find unless I'm like going outside to walk my dog, I don't like layering puffy vests over other like large chunky tops, because then I just feel too top heavy. Like I said, unless I'm going outside to walk the dog, in which case I don't care what I look like, I just want to be warm. But I do find that when I'm wearing something a little bit bulkier, like a puffer vest, having something that is really nice and lean in the arms like this just makes me feel a lot more like sleek and put together and svelte and very just like prim and polished, if that makes sense. I like how this sweater is kind of like tights for your, like it's just like putting on a pair of like really nice leggings for your arm. Like it just makes my arm look so long and sleek because it is so close fitting. But I want to clarify that it is not tight. Like I have fairly large arms, especially here. I have the classic like bat wing as it's called. And this is not tight in the arms whatsoever. It is still very comfortable. I have full range of motion, and it is not like tight by any means. So that is my favorite way to style one of these sweaters like this. I still like the way that it looks when it is more fitted to just wear on its own, but this is absolutely the perfect kind of sweater in my opinion to be layering with things like chunkier vests, especially if you have like a faux fur vest. They're not as big this year, but last year those were crazy in style. This is the exact perfect kind of sweater to layer with that, so that can be kind of, this can be like a blank sleek canvas to show off a really fun vest. Right, Kim? It's just, in my person, like, I want the vest to be the shining piece, so something like this really lets the vest shine. It just makes me feel really good about myself too underneath of it. So again, this is the Letty sweater in black. This one's gonna be retailing for $46. Small, medium, and large. Everyone is wearing their true sizes. I can size down into the large, but for a more typical like relaxed fit, Carrie opted for the medium, Christine's in her small, and then Melissa opted for the large. And then for myself being plus size, sizing down into the large for a more fitted look in this one. Okay, and next we have these jeans that I didn't even notice one of the best details about these jeans until I saw them on the rack again today. And I already did photos in these last week, and I didn't even notice this, but I have to show you. So these are the Shannons from Judy Blue, aka the high-rise 90s straight with heart pockets in scarlet. So I did not notice the heart pockets on the back. I feel ridiculous. So these are available in the full Judy size range, so 0 through 24W. And for sizing on these ones, everyone took their usual size, but these ones have a little bit more stretch kind of in the waist and hip area. So Christine found that she could wear the 1 or the 3. Carrie's in the 9, Melissa's in the 14, and then I'm in the 18. And unlike the Jonathans that I had on previously, where I'm like, oh, I could kind of go either way. No, these would definitely be too big for me in the 20. These are very much the 18 is my size in these ones. So from the front, these are definitely like pretty like unassuming jeans. They are this really gorgeous cranberry color. I think it's described as scarlet, which is beautiful. Definitely a straight leg. They're straight leg, almost leaning into a flare, but not quite. I think if you are more petite, they might give more of that like wide leg vibe, but on someone a little bit taller than me, they are definitely a straight leg. And the length is pretty good on these ones too. I'm gonna guess these are probably like a 30 to 31, 30.5, just kind of judging. Obviously they're still a little bit too short on me. I do have like a 35-inch inseam if I'm getting true like tailored, perfectly fitted jeans, but nobody just makes that off the shelf. That's usually something I have to order online from like specialty stores, or like I think Torrid makes plus size jeans that you can get an extra tall that are like a 35. But these are a pretty decent length, and because they are straight, they're going to be easy to tailor regardless of your height as well if you need to hem them. But then the best part that I did not even notice, these have these adorable heart pockets. How did I not notice this when I first put them on? And they're still functioning pockets, which is my favorite part, is that they're not just like cute little heart patches on the bum. They're actually functioning back pockets, which I absolutely adore. Between that and the like red color of these, I think these are just the sweetest jeans ever. These are something I would absolutely want to style with like a crop top, just so I could show off that heart, because I think it is the cutest little detail ever. Just so adorable. Okay, so once again, these are the Shannons, aka the high-rise 90s straight heart pockets in scarlet from Judy Blue. 0 to 24 in these ones, definitely true to size, but they're a little bit more generous stretch-wise in the waist and hips. So if you're between Judy sizes, you can probably opt for your smaller Judy size, and that is true of both the straight sizes and the plus sizes we've found. Okay, so these two pieces are what I have that is launching on Thursday, and then I also have a pair of Blowfish booties. These are the Riley booties from Blowfish in dark brown. These ones will also be launching on Thursday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And these are going to be available in sizes 6 through 11 with half sizes 6.5, 7.5, and 8.5. I adore these. When I was the jeans, I kind of wish that I had these. These are the 8s, I believe, because we brought these up here for Carrie to take photos in. I wear the 11, so this will not fit on my foot. But these are exactly the kind of boots that I had in mind when I was wearing the Jonathan, the Shark Bite jeans earlier, where I was saying that they look really cute if you wear them with a like a shorter booty, and then the way that the cut of like the fraying and stuff can kind of like show off the boot and really highlight it. This is exactly the kind of boot that I had in mind, because it's not even just a plain ankle boot. Like, it's got stuff to show off. Like, it's got this really cute button here with this like flap, and then it's got this really fun wrinkled texture up through the front and the sides. This is exactly the kind of boot that I meant that would be super fun to show off with the Jonathan jeans. So conveniently, we are launching them in the same week as we are selling those jeans, which is just perfect. And I say this about every Blowfish shoe, but if you've never had a pair of Blowfish shoes, like, no matter what I've tried on for them, whether it's sneakers, boots, sandals, they are some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. Just universally, I've never not felt comfortable in a pair of Blowfish. And I'm someone who has not wide feet. I actually have fairly narrow feet, but I have incredibly high arches. So I struggle with like flat shoes, especially because I need arch support, and flat shoes don't give it to me. And in Blowfish sneakers particularly, I don't get that like ache that I get from other things like Converse. Oh my God, that's what I grew up, like all of high school and university, that's all I wore is Converse, but my feet hurt all the time because they are the worst kind of shoes for someone who needs arch support. But I was insistent, and there's a pair of Blowfish sneakers that I wear here all the time. I style them with like everything because they're my favorite ones. Like, if they were, they're worn out now, well, not worn out, but like they're well loved because Melissa and I style them all the time. But like, I would totally just walk out of here if I could in them because I love them so much. They're so comfortable. Oh, I'm just reading your comment here, Abby. Watching your videos, I learned so much about my own habits and quirks. Shorter pants, it makes sense because I wear really cute boots with detail. That does make so much sense. And I mean, also because you are more on the petite side, Abby. But yeah, like, and of course you would also have super fun boots and shoes. That just tracks for you. I mean, I always wear shorter pants because I'm tall and that's just what I get, but I've kind of adapted, and now because I always have shorter pants, I mean, I've also loved shoes my whole life. I inherited that from my grandma. She definitely passed that on to me, but I too really like showing off shoes. But that's so funny, and I'm glad that that kind of makes sense for you too, because I absolutely love showing off shoes with a shorter pant. Oh, thank you, Kim. I'm glad that you like my side stories. Sometimes I wonder, like, am I just yapping and nobody cares what I have to say? But then I'll get comments like this where you're like, oh, that does make sense. So I'm glad that I'm not just like talking into the void to hear my own voice. I'm glad you guys actually like when I kind of go on my little like tangents. But anyways, back on track. Again, those are the Blowfish Riley booties in dark brown. Sizes 6 through 11. And then for half sizes, we have 6.5, 7.5, and 8.5. $99 for those ones, and yeah, Blowfish boots, incredibly comfortable, super durable, they're just fantastic. Okay, that is everything for Thursday, and then for Friday, I do not have any of the, there's a bunch of loungewear launching, but I don't think any of it is in plus sizes. I don't have them here either, but people have been asking about the mule slippers, the black ones that Carrie's been wearing in photos, and it looks like those are going to be launching on Friday. So I don't have the full details and I don't have them here, but they're going to be available in sizes 6 through 10. So just to kind of put that on your guys' radar, because I know a ton of people are like, what is Carrie wearing? What are those? Those are so cute. And me, agreed. I also love them as well. And then I have a couple of ampersand sneak peeks. So they're not on the schedule, like I don't see them in Shopify yet, but I do have a couple of ampersand hanging on my rack, which makes me think that we're probably just got them in. I know we got our ampersand Christmas. I didn't even get to try any of it on, you guys. I'm so sad because as soon as we got it, we just launched it right away because they're all in fits that we've had before. So we're like, we can use the stock photos. Everybody like knows what their sizes are in this. So I didn't get to try any of it on, and like most of it sold out in the 3X before I could even like look at it, but I understand. So we haven't seen any other ampersand in a while, so I am excited to show off something. I have a full zip and a double hood here. So I think I will put on the full zip and then I will bring out the double hood to show off. So I don't have full details on ampersand for this week. I just know that it seems like there will be ampersand, which is nice because it's been a while since we've had like a normal ampersand launch, just because we were waiting for their like winter 2024. Sorry, I have to sneeze. I'll be right back. Oh no. Oh no, did I just block my own sneeze? I hate when that happens, when you have to sneeze and then you stop and then I'll be talking and it's just going to come out of nowhere. Just wait. But yeah, so I don't know how many pieces there are or anything. I don't have official pricing, but I can probably guess because we've had like pretty consistent pricing on this for pretty much ever. So we do have this double hood and then the full zip that I'm wearing. So this double hood, this is the Harvest Hues in 3X. So this one's gonna be retailing for $82-ish. That's our kind of typical pricing for our double hoods. This one has this really gorgeous kind of like deep olive green striping and then this really pretty like corally reddish floral detailing on the side. I like, this is like Christmas light to me. Like I feel like because it's got that like green and red vibe, but because it's more of an olive than like a hunter green and it's more of a coral than a true red, you can still wear this like outside of the holiday season. But if you were to style this with like a pair of red pants like I'm wearing, it definitely gives that Christmas vibe. I do like that ampersand does pieces like this around the holidays pretty consistently, where it is like Christmas light, where like the styling kind of determines whether or not it's Christmassy, and that just makes them more flexible because I'm someone that, other than Halloween, because I wear Halloween stuff year round because that's just who I am as a person. But when it comes to holidays, I don't necessarily always want to buy Christmas sweaters and stuff because it's like, okay, I'll get to wear this for like a month out of the year. And then what? But when it's something like this, yeah, you can wear it for Christmas, but you could also wear this in the fall, and the green is such a fall color, or you could wear it in the spring because this coral is a very like spring coated kind of color. So again, this is the Harvest Hues. So even they're like insinuating like fall vibes with this one. And that's the double hood. And then I am wearing the full zip. Of course, I can't read the tag while it's on me. I didn't think that one through. But this one, I have to say, this one feels a little bit more generous than other full zips. I'm wondering if this is like, this one feels more like a university hoodie cut. So I'm going to look at the sleeve, or sorry, the tag after, because I wonder if we're getting university full zips now. Because when I think like our typical full zips, they fit more like the half zips just with a full zipper, but based on the sleeve length, that's my first giveaway. It also doesn't have the thumb holes. This feels much more like a university pullover or a university hoodie. So I think this is a new style. I think this must be a university full zip, and that makes me very, very excited. It has the same little crocheted lacy drawstrings as like the Love Story hoodies I've had. This is one of my favorite details I've been doing with a lot of ampersands lately. I love this. I think it's just such a pretty and easy way to really elevate the hoodie. And then it has this really fun print all over. I'm not sure, it's almost like it's floral print, but it's like this like faded kind of scratchy pattern. I'm not sure what pattern is supposed to be. It almost from a distance looks more like paint splotches. It's really unique. And it's this kind of medium heather gray with the white. This is screen printed on, so it does have that like screen print texture, just if that's something that you don't like, just so you're aware, it does have that kind of texture. It is only on the outside though, and then a little bit on the inside of the cuff, just where it wraps around, but the actual like inside of the sweater, I'm trying to like turn my sleeve inside out, it doesn't have that. It's just the really nice like typical fabric. Right, Abby? And yeah, it's definitely generous. I'm gonna double check when I step off camera and I can actually look at the tag. I should have done that before I put it on. And of course it's not in, we don't have it officially posted like in our Shopify as a launch yet, so I can't look and see, but I'm 99% sure this is a new style. This hat, it fits, it feels like I'm wearing a university, and I would know because I own like 20 of them, of the university hoodies and pullovers, so I would know, and this feels like a university, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And if that's the case, I don't know the price exactly, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be in that 74-ish price range, because that's usually where the university styles are priced. So I'm just gonna step off camera real quick so that I can double check that for you guys, but I'm 99% sure based on fit alone that this is university full zip. I called it. So they are doing a new addition to the university line, because we've had started with the university pullovers, and then we got the university hoodies, and now we are getting university full zips. So that is very exciting. Okay, so now that is like the main week covered. I don't have full details on these yet because these also haven't been added as an official launch just yet, but I have a couple of sneak peeks for Saturday, meaning that we'll have more information on this later. But we haven't seen these guys in a little while. We had them for back in like late spring and early summer. We had the ready to wear pullovers, the ombres, and people were crazy about these. And then we ended up getting a bunch, and then it kind of cooled off. And by cooled off, I mean the exact opposite. Summer came and nobody was wearing pullovers anymore. So we had these for a little while, decided to wait until it was, you know, pullover season. And here we are. So I'm not sure how many colors we have. This is just the one that was brought to me. I have seen this one in the sample room though, and I've just been waiting for this one to launch because this might be my favorite ombre color pattern that we can get. And again, Christmas light, because this red is very much a Christmas red. And you could definitely style this with green or more red, like even with these red pants, like this is definitely giving Christmas. And pink Christmas has been, I feel like a couple of years ago it was really in, and then if you go to Michael's right now, pink Christmas is like very in again. Like there's tons of pink Christmas decorations everywhere. So if you want to go for like that red pink Christmas vibe, amazing. I love this, and it's the kind of shade of red that works with my skin tone, so I'm obsessed. But then if you wear this like for Valentine's Day, this would be incredible, especially if you're like a teacher and you do like a dressing colored theme with your classroom for Valentine's Day, or if you're like me as a grown adult that does not interact with children but still likes to dress for themes like for holidays in an office environment, this would be perfect. Or if you're like me and you just love wearing red and pink, you can wear this whenever you want. So again, I love that we're getting options where you can make them Christmassy, but they're still going to be practical, like outside of Christmas as well. So I'll double check. I don't think this one's in the app yet, just because it is going to be a Saturday and it's a sneaky peeky, but I'll see what I have. Yeah, no, so I don't have this one in there yet. But again, it's the ready to wear, the ombre sweatshirts, and like I said, this is probably my favorite colorway that I've seen yet, and this is coming from someone who owns 2 of these sweaters already. So that is saying something. And then I have another sneaky peeky for Sunday. And for those of you that are fans of the Book Nook and the new online Book Nook, this is definitely going to be a very fun launch. Okay, how adorable. This is the All Booked for Christmas sweatshirt. How cute. And obviously, considering how popular the Book Nook is and what an overlap there is between LLB customers that love our clothes and who also love reading and books and the Book Nook, this is just perfect. It is really generously sized and comfy, just like the perfect thing for curling up on the couch with a book, clearly conveying your intentions to stay curled up on that couch with said book for the rest of the holidays, because that is definitely my plan. It's not always books. It's either books. I think everyone knows at this point that I'm a nerd. I build what's known as Gunpla, which is like those plastic model kits of like Gundam robots, or I don't do the robots as much. I prefer doing like they'll make like model kits of like anime characters and stuff. And so my husband does the robots and then I do the like anime girl ones. So it's either I sit on the couch with a book, with my Gunpla, or with video games. And that is my plan. So I almost need to like get in there with a Sharpie and put like all booked up for Christmas and Gunpla and games. But like those are the 3 things, and that is absolutely my intention. And I am absolutely planning on wearing a giant sweatshirt like this and curling up under a book with, you know, a hot chocolate on one side and a dog snuggling with me on the other. So super cute. I love, love, love this one. And yeah, might as well, if you're thinking of grabbing this one, you might as well grab yourself a book to go with it, because that's obviously the perfect accessory for this sweatshirt. So again, this one is called the All Booked for Christmas sweatshirt. I don't have any pricing or sizing details, anything. I'm assuming it's going to come small to 3X, maybe even extra small to 3X. And they are very generously sized. I could probably even size down to a 2X and still have it be more on the relaxed fit, but I love super gigantic sweaters like this, so I would still opt for my 3X for myself personally. Super cute. Right, Kim? Right, Abby? Adorable. Okay, so that's everything for sneak peeks and everything like that. I do have a couple of pieces I just wanted to show off. These are some of our door crashers and hourly deals that are still hanging out after Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Sizing and coloring is pretty spotty for some of these. So this is just stuff that we happen to have laying around, just as kind of a reminder that if you wanted to quickly like sneak online and try to grab something that while we have quantities left, that these are some of the options that are available. And like I said, like sizing and color, it's very hit or miss between the colors and sizes, what is and isn't still available. I know that you guys have very similar taste to me, because most of the things that I wanted were already sold out in 3X by the time I was able to get online and look on Friday. So I only managed, I had like 7 or 8 things I wanted and I only grabbed 4, which I mean, only, but I wanted to show off a couple of the pieces. So Christine grabbed these pieces for me. She's like, I feel like this would be a really cute outfit with those red pants on your rack. And like, correct. They're absolutely a cute outfit. So let me just go back to Friday, which was, oh no, what day was Friday? The 30th? I think it was the 30th. Oh no, what's the tag for them? Oh no. Oh, I've got the 11 a.m. deal. Okay, that works actually. Maybe I can get to the tag for Black Friday from in here. Sorry, I don't know how to search this stuff all the time. Collections. No. Tags. Oh my god, there is a lot of tags. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, so I'll just have to kind of go the old-fashioned way here. This is not helping me, is it? What time was this deal? I think I'm just gonna have to look at the tags for these, honestly. So we do have some of these cardigans left. This is in the burgundy color. Hi Linda, yes, definitely you'll have to just do a rewatch because I am wrapping up. Not a ton of new pieces, but a few sneak peeks for the weekend, and then now we're just kind of recapping Black Friday. We do have some of these, these are the Emily tanks, they're the high necked ones. These are fantastic. I own, I think it might be this actual pink one. I think I bought this, I'm trying to remember. I bought one of these. I'm pretty sure it was this specific pink one. So I'll be waiting for that one to be on its way to me very soon. We do have these cardigans left over. And this is actually like, if you were planning on picking up this pair of pants this week, this outfit is stunning. It goes so well with them. We have a few other things. What else can I try on? That's going to be a cute outfit. I mean, everything, obviously, but we also still have some of the Cindy V-neck sets. Again, sizing and coloring is hit and miss for these ones, but these are super comfy. They're that like brushed, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like that super luxurious loungewear kind of material that's super, super soft. We had quite a few colors, and I think all of them actually came in plus as well. The leggings are super, super comfy. These are also great sets for just like lounging around the house and wearing with slippers and things like that. This is another great sitting on the couch with a book outfit, just saying. And I find with these ones, the leggings are not substantial enough that I would wear them just as their own pants like outside of the house, but I do think they look really cute under dresses. And I also, wear the t-shirts on their own all the time. Same thing with the Shirley Lounge sets, like not the full-on pajama sets, but the Shirley Lounge sets. I bought one of the solid colored ones in the bright purple, and the shorts don't really leave the house because they're pretty like pajama lounge set looking, but the t-shirt's just a really cute purple t-shirt, so I wear it all the time. Okay. Next up, I have the crew pullover. These were part of the Cyber Monday door crashers. These are so soft. Carrie and I, last week when we were taking photos, and these were both just like, oh my God, like they just feel so nice. Again, colors and sizes are limited. You just kind of have to like go through and look to see what still has colors and sizes left in it, because it is, you know, like some colors sold out in a lot of sizes. Some of them only sold out in plus, some of them only sold out in like small and medium, so you just have to like kind of click around and see. But these are like the ideal, just like perfect blank sweatshirt. If you're a Cricut person like me, these would be like the perfect blank canvas to like put something cute on. That's actually what I'm thinking of doing, is I want to pick up a couple of solid colored ones to like put stuff on for myself. Super cozy, comfy, and they're really like fuzzy on the inside too, so they're going to be really warm and snuggly. And then finally, we still have a few sizes of colors left of the dresses. This is the Dreamy Days tiered midi dress. I realized afterwards that this is like the one piece that I missed taking photos in, so I'm actually going to try this one on for the end of my live, because that's like the only one that I didn't actually get a photo of in for stuff that came in 3X. I mean, I didn't get a photo in every color, but I at least got anything that came in 3X. There's a photo of me wearing one of the colorways. But I think because this one, there was only one on my rack, and I mistook it for the other, because we had the Dreamy Days tier dress, which is this one that has the long sleeves, and then there was the short sleeved tier dress as well, and I didn't realize they were different. I was like, oh, I only took colors in like 3 of these, I'll just like move on so that I can get all my photos done. not realizing it was the same, or it was not the same. So here is the Dreamy Days tiered dress on me, just because we didn't get website photos. It does have the baby doll elastic that sits like right under the bust here. It's almost like an empire waist, because with a baby doll I feel like it sits like a little bit more here, but like right under the bust it's very like very Greek, very like empire waist. And then we do have this tier that sits kind of just below my natural hip, and then it gives it kind of a fun flowy, swooshy vibe. This one came in a few different colors as well. I know there was a burnt orange, I think there was a burgundy. So yeah, so there are a few of the hourly deals and door crashers left over from Black Friday. It is, again, hit and miss on colors and sizes, what's left and what isn't. What brand is this dress? Let me double check. I actually am not 100% sure. My hair would cooperate. So it's P and Rose. I think we've had some other like basic like t-shirts and things from them, but that's the brand. It's called P and Rose. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This would be super comfy to wear to work. I like that it's a nice length, that you don't have to worry about it like being too short or anything like that. And it's got like a really nice flow. And because this one has the more fitted bust and arms, I also feel like this would look really cute layered with like a short denim jacket, or like a crop denim jacket or a crop denim vest. I think that would be really pretty. Okay, so that's kind of everything for my little overview slash recap of some of the Black Friday stuff and Cyber Monday stuff that we still have kicking around if you want to try and snag that while we still have a few things available. That is everything for me. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, for I think everyone who's still tuned in knows me at this point, but for those that don't know, my name is Michelle. I am the 3X model here at Lavender and Lace Boutique. I typically wear a 3X top and bottom. I am an 18 to 20, typically 18W in Judy Blues. Numerically, like a 20 to 22 in other brands, depending on the garment. And height-wise, I am 6'1". I go live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time to try on all of the plus size stuff that is going to be launching throughout the week, or plus size adjacent. So if that is something that you are interested in, you can find me same place you found me here, which is, you know, Facebook or Instagram, next week at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I will be here trying on yet more plus. So thank you, everyone.